All right, today's video is a tech support video. One of my pet peeves for businesses is whenever they have a website URL set up, they own brandname.com, but instead of sending emails from that, they're still using their at Yahoo or at Gmail address. And this is usually because they don't know how easy it is to actually send from a branded email. You can set up a send as in Gmail. I'm going to go through that with some screen sharing to show you how quick and easy it is. So you can open up your Gmail, send as your business address out of the same personal email you've always been using. So you can see your email from your grandpa and you can see emails from customers all in the same place. You can archive them, folder them. It's very quick, very easy, and makes things much more professional. Okay, so what happens whenever we're successful here? Normally, whenever you're sending an address from Gmail, you pull up and it has your regular at gmail.com address. Whenever we're successful, there'll be a pull down menu and you can actually choose from a list of different addresses all associated together. Now, there is one step I won't go into before, and that's having email addresses that are going to your business address forwarded into your Gmail address. The send as lets you send mail out with the correct branding that you'd like to have, but mail will still only go into your business inbox, usually like webmail.bluehost.com or .a2hosting.com, something like that. You have to go to a separate place to check it. You can actually go into your cPanel within those, look at email forwarding, and have any email that goes to you at brandname.com sent forwarded to your Gmail address. So you can get your Gmail email all at the same time with your business email. Then you can reply from your business address, keeping it all in one place. Early on, this makes things a lot easier. When you get really, really big, you can turn the forwarders off. You can have different ways to set things up. But how do we do all this? We're going to go to Settings, See All Settings, Accounts and Import, and here are your Send Mail As selections. So I have a number set up. You can choose which one is the default. So by default, it comes in as the Gmail being the default, but I have my branded email set up, which is my current default instead. You'll do Add Another Email Address. And so here is where you're going to type in your brand@brandname.com, whatever that looks like for you, your official sounding email address. You can change the name here too if you wanted to be your business name instead of your personal name. It kind of varies business to business what makes sense. We'll always uncheck the treat as an alias. That's because this is going to be an address treated very different from your personal email. It's used for different reasoning. You'll hit Next Step. And here you might have to change the port. Again, your host will tell you the details, but it gives you a few choices. In my experience, I've only really seen ones where it's 465 or 587. Again, your host will say like SMTP port, and you can just copy that number and do what it says. Notice here under username, it shortens it to brand. You'll actually want to add back in your at brandname.com. The rest of it will be your address. The password will be the account password that you set up inside of your host for this email address. So if you're using like the webmail to log in currently, that's where it is. If you don't have one set up, you can again set it up very easy, set the password. Once you're done, you'll hit Add Account. The next screen will have a verification code, basically to make sure you have true access to this account before it lets you add it. They'll send you like an 8-digit number, you copy and paste that, and then it'll allow you to send as from then on. That's one reason why doing the forwarder first is helpful, is if the forwarder is set up, it'll actually send the verification email right into your Gmail, making it easier to pull up the code versus having to log into the business address somewhere else. Once it's done, it shows up on the list and you're all set to do your send as. I have a little bonus piece of content today because whenever you first set this up, what happens is whenever you send an address to someone, an email to someone from your business address, what's going to happen is it'll just be like a letter that's the first name of your business account. So mine is like Lucas Walker. Mine would be like a red L would show up next to my name when I sent them emails. Versus if I send from my Gmail, it'll be a profile picture. So if you'd like to have it so your business address sends a profile picture or a brand logo, you'll actually just go into Gmail, do Add Account, create a new Google account. So most people think that a Google account is only a something at gmail.com, but you can actually do use my current email address instead. So now you can do your first name, your last name, brand at brandname.com that we just set up a Gmail, a Google account user or a password here that you're going to verify. This is not the same you use to log into your email. This is whatever you set up now. And then you'll basically be creating a Google profile. In that, you'll have a default profile image, which is, again, the first letter with a solid color backdrop. You can hit edit, change that out, swap that for a profile picture that matches your brand that you can go back and change over time. So a really helpful tip to give it that next little notch of professionalism. So 2 for 1 today. Well, thank you. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.